it going? This is Eno. Christmas is right around the corner, the happy holiday season, and I thought I would help all you guys out there a little bit by putting out a list of some of the best gift ideas for 2014 for that prepper, that preparedness-minded person on your list, or maybe it's that friend of yours or that guy at work that you know that you want to give them that gift or the couple little gifts to kind of give them the nudge again. Hey man, this is really something you should get into, and here's a couple items to start you out on your way. You know, I get this kind of stuff all the time. You know, what's a great gift for, you know, my brother, my dad, my husband, my wife, my girlfriend, to get them into prepping or to help them along, or what's the gift you give to somebody who's just got everything. Everything on this list is doable, because even if they already have some of the stuff on this list, they can always use more. There's nothing on this list which you only need one. Even if they have one, even if they have two, you can always use 3, 4, 5, or 6. Redundancy, backups, those are always a good thing. So even if they already have some of these items, more the merrier. So let's get started right away. Let's get in on the first item. These are not in any particular order. We're just going right down the list. The first one is the Grundig Mini400 AM FM shortwave radio. This is a great little radio. Runs off of 2 AAA batteries, digital display, and has a lot of awesome features for this little itty bitty package. Very inexpensive. These things run under 20 bucks. I think I picked this one up for about 15. I got a couple of these already. Now I know there's some of you out there who are flipping in your seat right now going, oh, what the heck, you don't have an emergency radio? Yes, the emergency radios are important, but for EDC, that everyday carry in your EDC bag, women in that purse where you carry your basic survival stuff, your EDC emergency supplies, having a very lightweight, thin radio that you can carry with you, and if something happens, you're going to be informed. This is a great little one. Very lightweight, very small, and it's durable. I've had these for years. I own a couple of them, and they are very durable, and they work really, really well. So the nice thing about them, they're super small, super lightweight. Pick one up. Like I said, they're really inexpensive. And again, even if you already have one, you can always use more. Second one is the Streamlight Stylus Pro flashlight. This is my EDC. If you watch my EDC video that I did, oh geez, probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I did the pocket dump here on the bench. This flashlight was in it. It looks a little bit more worn and beat up these days, but I carry this thing with me all the time, and it is a great EDC flashlight. Relatively inexpensive. I mean, it's more expensive than buying, you know, obviously a cheap flashlight, but it's worth the money. They stand up, they hold up, they're really durable, and it is a bright flashlight. Some people carry flashlights that are way bigger than this for EDC, and hey, that's fine, but in my opinion, this gets the job done every time. And again, even if they already carry a flashlight, that special someone on your list, this guy here, you may never know. This might become their new favorite flashlight. And again, you can always use redundancy. You can always stash it in your bug out bag, stash it in your EDC, stash it in your glove compartment, whatever you need. The Streamlight Stylus Pro, great flashlight. Can't go wrong with that one. The next item on our list are Mechanix Gloves. Again, this is one of those things you just can never have enough of, in my opinion. You want your ones that you use every day for like yard work and stuff. You always want your ones, in your shooting bag, in your bug out bag, in your car, and you always need some backups. Unfortunately, they don't last forever. They do wear out, and you certainly want to have a couple of pairs of these laying around. Get the tactical line because, you know, if you're a prepper into shooting, of course, you want the tactical stuff. So the earth tone colors, camouflage, black, those are all cool ones to get. There's nobody out there that I know of who's into preparedness or into the shooting sports who doesn't appreciate a good pair of Mechanix gloves. So there you go. Relatively inexpensive, not going to break the bank, really good idea. Next one on our list is a used cell phone. This is an unsung hero of the list right here. This is a really great idea for people who, they're getting into preparedness, or maybe they're already pretty advanced into preparedness, and they're looking for more ways to increase their redundancy, and looking for ways to increase their communication ability. Having a backup used cell phone is a great way to do it. You can buy used cell phones on Craigslist and eBay, really inexpensive. The old Nokia phones, the old flip phones that we all used to use years ago. My favorite program that's out there is the AT&T Go Phone program. For $5, you can buy the little kit that comes with the SIM card. You can buy gift cards, the prepaid phone cards from AT&T for like 20 bucks. You go out to eBay, buy a used cell phone, buy the GoPhone kit for $5, buy a $20 gift card. All they got to do is throw the SIM card in, activate the phone, charge it up with the card that you gave them, and they have themselves a backup cell phone. Great for the bug out bag, great for the car. You always want to have that extra backup cell phone laying around in case your battery dies or your phone breaks or you forget it. You're going to have that backup cell phone, so it's always good. And in my opinion, you really need, you know, a couple of these. It's a good idea to have a few of these laying around. You can't ever have too many used cell phones sitting around that you can activate and use in case you need them. So that's a really good idea too. The next one is, I guess we're on number 5 now, food grade buckets with gamma lids. If you're a prepper, obviously you can never have enough food grade buckets with gamma lids. Whether or not you're into food storage or not, even if you're not into food storage, it's a great way to store stuff. I store medical supplies, gear, all sorts of stuff in buckets with gamma lids. It's a great way to keep stuff protected and safe. They're easily organizable, easily stackable. It's a great way to store stuff. And if you're not into storing food long term, getting these buckets in, that's a great way to get somebody started in it too. And again, this is a cool gift too because it's scalable. You can give them 1, you can give them 5, you can give them 20. It's a scalable gift. You can spend as much or as little as you want to here. Food grade buckets vary in price depending on where you find them, but usually they're about anywhere from $5 to $15 depending on where you get them from. And the gamma lids usually run anywhere between $10 and $30 depending, or excuse me, between $20 and $30, again, depending on where you get them from. If you buy them in bulk, if you buy them in cases, you can get the per price down quite a bit. If you're just buying them one-off, you're going to be at the upper end of those price points. But that, again, it's a scalable gift. You can buy as many as you want. You can make it into a really big gift if you want to. So that's a good idea too. And again, you can never have enough buckets. You really can't. The next one on the list, we're at number 6 here, is wool socks. And not just any wool socks. I'm not talking about the, you know, the red banded like lumberjack wool socks that you wear around the house in the winter time to keep your tootsies warm. I'm talking about active sport wool socks. Merino wool hiking socks. I'm not calling out a certain brand here, but Merino wool socks, active sport socks. You want to get at least calf height or greater. These are going to be wool socks that if you throw them in the dryer, they're not going to turn into socks for your kids. And they're going to keep you warm, they're going to keep you dry, and they're great socks. If they don't already have merino wool active socks, they're going to love them. Trust me. Men, women, doesn't matter. They're going to love them. If they already have them, trust me, they already love them, and you can always use more. So that's a great gift. Number 7, if you have that person on your list that you just have to buy clothes for, you know, my dad, I don't think he's bought clothes for himself in like 35 years. Okay, he depends on, you know, the family to buy him, you know, a new pair of pants and a couple new shirts and a new package of underwear like every Christmas. And if he doesn't get that, he's ticked because now he doesn't have new clothes for the next year. So you know, guys get like that. That happens. So if you got that person on your list that you know you do have to buy him some clothes, here are some guidelines to follow. Get quality clothing. Don't go to Walmart and buy crap. Get quality clothing that holds up. Buy earth tone colors. You don't need to buy camouflage, but buy earth tone colors. So in case you need to have that concealment, you have it. If you're wearing earth tone colors, you got that every day. Okay. Buy quality. If you want to go out there and buy the cheap, you know, expensive outdoor brands like the, you know, North Face and Patagonia and stuff like that, that's fine. In my opinion, it's a little overpriced, but you know, hey, it's cool stuff and it works well. That's the route you want to go. Great. For kind of everyday clothes, you know, brands like Carhartt, LL Bean, Eddie Bauer are all really great brands. One that I really like is Duluth Trading Company. Awesome clothing. It's a little bit more expensive, but the stuff lasts. Great place to buy clothes, Duluth Trading Company, men and women. So there you go. Earth tone colors, greens, browns, tans, stuff like that, gray. Keep it in those earth tone colors and buy quality clothing. So there you go. What are we on? 8. The Bushnell TRS 25 red dot optic sight. The TRS 25 made its debut here on my channel probably about 2 years ago almost with the Mossberg 500 project, and since then I've acquired a couple more. I've used them on the AR-15, the Ruger 1022, obviously the Mossberg 500. It is a great red dot sight. It's the most expensive item on our list. It runs about $100. You can buy them slightly less than that if you do some online shopping, but it's a great red dot sight. In my opinion, it's one of the better bangs for your buck out there. It's a really great sight to have. Again, if you have one, you're going to want more because you're going to want to use them on a lot of different guns. And it's always a little bit more convenient when you can just have a couple of them, put them on the guns that you want to put them on, instead of having to take it off and switch it around every time you want to use it. So, again, if they don't have it, they're going to love it. If they already have one, you know, you can always use more. So if you're looking for that item on the list, that present that's going to be a little bit more money, you want to spend a little bit more money for your loved one, the Bushnell TRS 25 red dot sight, great red dot sight, and trust me, they'll love it. Number 9 on our list is a LifeStraw. Again, these are one of those things, you know, some people like them, some people don't. I'm not a huge LifeStraw fan myself, but I do have a couple. You know, they serve their purpose, you know, and they do what they're supposed to do. Some people are huge fans of them, but it's a good thing to have, you know, in your bug out bag, you know, kind of as your backup sort of thing, to get, you know, safe drinking water in case you have that issue arise. Especially if you're an outdoorsman, if you're a prepper, it's a great thing to have with you. So, LifeStraws are not horribly expensive. They're relatively affordable. And, again, it's one of those things that even if they have one already, they can always use more. So it's always nice to have redundancy there. All right, number 10 is the Streamlight Siege LED lantern. This is a great little lantern. It's been around for a little while, but the price on these things has recently dropped. I think it's gone from around 60, 70 bucks, somewhere in that range, to well under 50. So now it's even a better deal than it was before. It's a great lantern. If you do some research on it, you look at them, man, they are super just really adaptable. You can do a whole lot of different things with them. Come with a lot of different accessories with them, and it's a great little lantern. And you know, if you're walking out to the crapper tree at the deer camp or something like that, this is a great lantern to have with you. If you're looking for your grid down lighting solutions for your family, things like that, this is a great thing to have. So the Streamlight Siege LED lantern, again, under 50 bucks. Again, it's a great gift idea for somebody who's an outdoorsman or is a preparedness type person. Number 11 is the Escape Bivvy. This is a great product. I keep saying this about each one, but it's a great product. Take those crappy Mylar emergency blankets that you have in your bug out bags and stuff like that and throw them away. You don't need them. Get the Escape Bivvy. Couple of big websites and YouTube channels have reviewed these things over the past couple years, and they have exploded with popularity. They are great bivvy sacks. They're real small, come with a compression bag. They compress down to about the size of a water bottle. Whether you use it for an EDC bag or in a bug out bag, great idea. If you need to use an emergency situation, would work well for that too. All around, I think your bug out bag is incomplete in my opinion unless you have the Escape Bivvy. And again, it's always nice to have a little bit of redundancy. Even if they already have one, trust me, they're going to like more. The last thing I have on the list, especially if you're looking for like those stocking stuffer things, those small, inexpensive, little trinkety items that you can put in the sock over the fireplace, I like carabiners, and carabiners just have just one of those 101 uses kind of things. They're cheap. They're easy to use for stocking stuffers. My personal favorite is this guy here, which is made by Black Diamond. A couple bucks, and they work really well. I've put these things through the test over the years. I even towed a car with one of these things once. Put a chain around it, hooked it to the back of my truck, and pulled a car out of the snowy ditch with it once, and it worked just fine. I have one hooked to the back of each bug out bag in the family, and plus I have a couple more laying around in like the car and things like that. They're really good. If you got a certain brand that you like, go ahead and buy that. That's no problem. This is the one that I like, the Diamondback, the Black Diamond. And also, if you go into like Army, Navy, or Army surplus stores, you can get the old U.S. Army issued ones. Those are good too. Really nice. I have a couple of those too. Those are pretty cool. And typically they, typically they sell for just a few bucks, maybe 10 bucks at the absolute most. So if you're looking for those cheap little stocking stuffer things, carabiners are a great way to go. So there you go. 12 days of Christmas, 12 prepping item ideas 2014. Christmas is right around the corner. Happy holidays, everybody. Hopefully this list helps you out. Let me know if you have other things you want to put down there on the comments of suggestions that you have. Go ahead and do it. Let's, people out there looking for gift ideas, let's make it easy on them. So the more ideas and suggestions you guys have, the better. Go ahead and post them up. Happy holidays, everybody. I look forward to making the next video. Take it easy.